You don't have to work harder. Christian, are you serious right now?
As a man in Washington State, he doesn't get a say.
Analyze yourself mentally, and then just try to see what you can do to be your best self so that you can move forward, so you can just be the type of person and a human that God needs you to be for his kingdom and for his glory. And so...
Oh, you think she didn't say that?
Oh, what?
Oh, she did.
You think she didn't say, oh, as they were kicking her off, she said, oh, y'all just don't know who I am.
Looks like Nike can't shield Sha'Carri Richardson forever. She's managed to skate past plenty of drama before, but this time it's on a whole other level. We're not just talking about gossip blogs or little side whispers. This is leaked 4K footage paired with police reports, and the accusations are ugly. And now fans are asking the million-dollar question: if Nike dropped men for doing less, why is Sha'Carri still the golden face of their campaigns? That's the controversy lighting up the internet right now. It all blew up after her chaotic airport arrest that went down at Seattle-Tacoma International. Cameras caught Sha'Carri straight up shoving her boyfriend Christian Coleman while they were getting ready to board a flight. At first, folks thought, okay, just a messy couple argument gone too far, but when the body cam footage leaked, it painted a whole different picture. Sha'Carri wasn't calm, and she definitely wasn't the victim she tried to play off in the moment. From what people saw, she was the only aggressor. Christian didn't even lift a finger. Meanwhile, she was the one throwing hands. And when cops stepped in to arrest her, Sha'Carri tried flipping the script, yelling out, "I'm under arrest right now? What am I under arrest for?"
I'm under arrest right now? What am I under arrest for? Christian, are you serious right now? Okay. I didn't him though. We have video cameras.
The police told her she was under arrest, but she wouldn't stop. On camera, she tried to spin it, accusing Christian of being the problem. She called him a coward, demanded he defend her, and when that didn't work, she switched her story, claiming she never touched him at all. But here's the kicker: the video evidence shows the opposite. The longer it went on, the more obvious it became that Sha'Carri was losing control of the situation. That's when she turned her anger toward the police, going off and even trying to pull the gender card, demanding to know why she was the one getting cuffed while he walked free. See, the whole drama ain't just about one airport fight, not at all. What people are saying now is that Sha'Carri may have single-handedly orchestrated her own downfall, brick by brick, and this is just the latest piece of the puzzle. We'll get into what her teammates and coaches had to say later, but first let's look at the part that shocked everyone the most. It's how Christian Coleman handled it afterward. Instead of pressing charges or cutting ties, this man stood up and defended her. Days later in an interview, he even said she didn't deserve punishment, that what she needed was grace and understanding.
Like, I don't feel as if like she should have been arrested. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you know, people have discussions and emotions and stuff like that. Does she have like things that she need to work on for herself? Of course. So do I, so do you, like everybody. And I'm the type of guy, like, I'm in the business of just like extending grace and mercy and love.
Now, maybe in his head he thought he was being the supportive boyfriend, but fans weren't buying it. They studied his body language like detectives, and what they saw made people uneasy. Christian couldn't sit still. His eyes were darting all over the place, and he barely looked at the camera. To many, that didn't look like love. It looked like fear. Almost like Sha'Carri had something hanging over him, forcing him to stand by her, even if it meant wrecking his own peace of mind and reputation.
And I hate that narrative too, because you know, it's come together like we're just two like real dominant personalities, and she's, to me, the best female athlete in the world. Like, I see it every day. And like, you know, for me in my process, like I just said, like moving training groups, a whole new environment.
The internet went wild with theories, and then comedian Corey Holcomb came in swinging on his podcast, straight up accusing Sha'Carri of weaponizing the victim role. He didn't mince words, saying she knew exactly how to flip the system against Christian. She was the one putting hands on him and then tried to flip it, Corey said, pointing right back at the body cam footage.
Her video.
Right.
And when the dude said something to her, she was trying to turn the passengers against her, but the passengers was like, turn your phone off, bitch.
And here's the thing, that cut deep because fans already suspected the same. Corey just said out loud what everybody was whispering. To them, Christian's shaky defense didn't look like a man bravely protecting his girlfriend. It looked like a man who's been through this kind of situation before and couldn't risk crossing her. That's when the conversation shifted into darker territory. That airport fight quickly stopped looking like some one-time public meltdown. People started started connecting the dots, wondering if this was part of a bigger pattern Christian may have been quietly dealing with for a long time. One viral comment nailed it perfectly. Not only did he defend her and refuse to press charges, but no way in the world would I stay with a woman who put hands on me in public like that. She'd be dead to me. The commenter added, that relationship would be over because I'd be danged if I stayed. We end up fighting again, and then I get accused of DV, lose everything I worked for, and maybe even face jail time. It's not worth it. And honestly, that raw reaction hit a nerve because it echoed exactly what so many people were thinking. But here's where things got messier. Christian isn't the first person to hint that Sha'Carri flips the narrative when things go left. Her ex, Jamaican hurdler Janique Brown, had already spilled her own truth years ago in an emotional interview fans are now digging back up. Janique didn't sugarcoat it. She said their relationship was toxic on every level, mentally, verbally, and physically on both sides, but she emphasized that she carried a heavy load of pain from it. According to her, she was threatened, silenced, and even blamed when Sha'Carri allegedly turned the internet against her.
And other people, there's people who seen that, people who know that, you know, and will still honestly come and go, toxic, push and pull, and still get over the obstacles, until I said, I have learned my lesson. I don't want to go over no more of these obstacles, right?
And get this, that wasn't just talk. Years back, Sha'Carri went on Instagram blasting Janique, painting herself as the innocent one and rallying sympathy from her fans. Meanwhile, Janique got dragged online, canceled in certain circles, and left to defend herself against a wave of hate. Later on, Janique clapped back, claiming Sha'Carri's whole version of events was calculated. A deliberate attempt to protect her own image while completely destroying her ex's reputation.
Really?
Basically, she was saying that people need to leave you alone. And that, you know, you guys were both toxic together and take things off of the media and let's not bring it on social media. That's what I got from the conversation, allegedly.
Sound familiar? That's exactly why so many people are saying what's happening with Christian looks like the same playbook, same script, just a new cast. And the more people revisit Janique's story, the harder it gets to ignore the pattern. Sha'Carri literally looked at the cops and asked why she was the one being arrested, even though the whole video clearly showed Christian standing there doing absolutely nothing to her. But in her head, she flipped it, acting like somehow he was the problem. That moment had people saying, hold up, maybe she lied on Janique back then and got away with it. But this time, the receipts are too clear. And just when it seemed like the heat couldn't get any worse, Sha'Carri made things explode with her so-called apology video. Instead of calming things down, the clip just poured more gasoline on the fire. It wasn't just the hollow words, which sounded like something her PR team scribbled down for her to memorize. It was her body language that rubbed people the wrong way. Who makes a smiling apology video after an arrest like this? She twisted everything around, claiming she was just misunderstood. And in classic narcissistic fashion, she wrapped it up by saying, I love him, and to him, I can't apologize enough. Fans weren't buying it for a second. Even other athletes were disgusted. The reigning 100-meter world champ took to Instagram in all caps, writing that her apology should be just as loud as her actions. And from there, the internet went wild. Twitter, TikTok, Reddit, everybody had something to say, and the verdict was brutal. One viral tweet read, "Dang, imagine what she does in private." Another fan dragged her so-called apology as totally fake, pointing out how she smirked through the whole thing like she was telling a joke instead of showing remorse. And the phrase that kept flooding the comments, pattern over and over again, people said it looked like the same tired playbook. Fake tears, fake apologies, and no accountability. But if you thought the apology video was bad, Nike made it even worse. Instead of pulling back or pausing their campaigns, they doubled down. Days after the arrest, Sha'Carri's face was still plastered all over Nike's homepage, front and center, rocking her latest shoe collab like nothing even happened.
Prominently, here we go, prominently on its homepage, Sha'Carri Richardson.
Nike still hasn't said a single word. No statement, no press release, not even a whisper, just silence. But the kind of silence that feels loud as ever because Sha'Carri Richardson's face is still splashed across their campaigns like nothing happened, and fans are heated. They've been quick to call out the hypocrisy, especially when they compared Sha'Carri's treatment to other athletes. Take Caitlin Clark, for example, and one of the biggest names in women's sports right now. She signed with Nike, but has she gotten a signature shoe? Has she gotten massive campaigns? Nope. Meanwhile, Sha'Carri, who's literally been caught on video putting hands on her man, is still front and center, marketed like she's the untouchable star. One angry post went viral saying, corporate sponsors like Nike, who love to preach about zero tolerance for domestic violence, are dead silent on the Sha'Carri Richardson incident. If all abuse is wrong, why is this different? How much is allowed before it's wrong? And the debate only got louder. Some argued Nike was just being strategic, not blind. They claimed Sha'Carri's whole brand was built on controversy, from her weed suspension to her fiery, unapologetic attitude, and that drama sells. To them, Nike wasn't protecting her out of loyalty. They were cashing in on her ability to spark headlines and draw eyeballs. She got suspended for weed. They ran her a comeback campaign. She clapped back at critics. They kept her in commercials. And now with this mess, they're still riding the wave. But that explanation didn't calm anyone down. It made fans even angrier because it basically suggested Nike knows exactly what she's doing, knows the scandals are stacking up, and still refuses to cut ties because the money's too good. That's when the conversation shifted to the double standard. Comedian Corey Holcomb broke it down bluntly. If Sha'Carri were a man caught on camera shoving his girlfriend, the sponsorships would vanish instantly. No debate. And the fans agreed. They started naming athletes who lost everything over a single accusation, some without even hard evidence. Yet here was Sha'Carri with video proof, still being celebrated, still being marketed, still being pushed as a role model. People dragged up Nike's past controversies too, pointing out their selective outrage when it comes to athletes. For many, it wasn't surprising, just another reminder that money matters more than morals. That's why the outrage isn't just about Sha'Carri anymore. The spotlight is now on Nike itself. Fans aren't only mad at her behavior, they're furious at the system protecting her. Because zoom out, and this story's bigger than an airport meltdown. This is about years of scandals Sha'Carri has outrun and how corporate America keeps giving her the runway to do it. Even complaints from her own teammates, claims of disrespect and behind-the-scenes drama all got swept under the rug. Why? Because as long as Sha'Carri stays profitable, her talent and marketability protect her like armor. And what fans can't shake is this. What exactly does she have over Christian? His shaky interviews, darting eyes, and long silences now feel less like nerves and more like confirmation that this isn't some random blow-up. This is a bigger story he's been stuck in for a long time. But when you zoom out, the real spotlight lands on Nike, the company that loves to brag about values, unity, and empowerment, but right now is being accused of standing for profit first, morals second. Their decision to keep Sha'Carri front and center tells fans everything they need to know about where their loyalty really lies. Here's where things stand. Sha'Carri is silent, Nike is silent, Christian is silent. The only voices echoing right now are the fans, and they're louder than ever. And once again, Nike has shown the world that in this game, scandal doesn't kill a career, it sells it. And that's where we'll leave it for now. Make sure you hit that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Trust me, this story is far from over, and you'll want to be here when the next chapter breaks. See you in the next one.